Hey everybody, this is Matt and we're at Texas Toast Guitars, and to my left, your right, is my partner in crime, Chris Fesker, and today we're going to start a brand new series of videos called Myths with Chris. And this is going to be a super fun series where we take myths that are kind of prevalent in not just the guitar industry, but in our comment section. Mm-hmm. And we talk about those specific myths. So we've got, for the inaugural episode, we've got some doozies. Chris is, I'm gonna tell Chris the myth, and then he's gonna expound on it a little bit. But don't worry, it's me, so I'm gonna be yapping too.
Yeah.
But Myths with Matt doesn't sound as good as Myths with Chris. So, but before we get into our first episode, this episode is brought to you by our good friends at Stuart McDonald. Guys, for all of your guitar tools and parts and building needs, check out Stuart McDonald. Link in the description below, and tell them the guys from TTG sent you. And did you know? Here's a myth with Chris. Bonus myth with Chris. What happens if my StewMac cutters get dull?
You can send them back, and StewMac will send you a new pair.
So when you guys buy tools from StewMac, as long as you have them, they will last you forever, because if they break, just send them back to StewMac. It's like the old Craftsman stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You don't even have to make up a story about how you've never cut anything that you probably shouldn't have, or didn't accidentally drop them a whole bunch of times on the cement. Yeah, just send them back, and they'll send you a new set. Oh, they'll know. No, they'll know. But they're not gonna say anything. Yeah.
Okay, Chris. So we've got 3 myths today.
Okay.
And the first 2 are very, very specific to Texas Toast, and the last one is marginally specific to Texas Toast. Okay. But the first one is something that comes up all the time. Texas Toast Guitars is located where in Texas?
The myth is that we are located in Texas.
That's right.
We are not located in Texas.
We are not located in Texas.
We are located just outside of Denver.
That's right.
Colorado.
That's right. So sometimes you guys, if you live in a place that has like a New York pizza joint, but you don't live in Brooklyn, but it's called Brooklyn's Finest Pizza, you probably don't call them up and go, hey, what part of Brooklyn are you in? When you clearly live in, West Palm Beach. So same kind of thing. I grew up in Texas, and I also think that lots of cool guitar stuff comes from the great state of Texas. So I wanted to be another cool guitar thing that came from there.
I spent some time in Texas as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Chris,
as a youth,
can you name a guitar player from Texas real fast?
Yes. Chris Duarte.
Okay, now can you name a guitar player from Maine real fast? Yeah, see, that's
Stuart
what I thought.
Dorkschmidt.
He is good.
I don't know.
Yeah, so Texas has a great history of guitar players and guitar music and guitar-centric stuff. So
just even their own swagger, musical swagger.
Absolutely. Yeah. So just because we're not located in Texas, I like to feel that Texas Toast Guitars is we're an extension of Texas.
There you go.
For everyone who thinks we're in Texas, Chris, the myth is that we are in Texas, and we in fact
are not. We are not. Yes, and Texas is the only place you can drive for 7 hours and still be in. Same state. Yeah.
Drive at like 80 miles an hour and still.
Yeah. That's just insane.
Yeah.
And not even be close to the border.
Not even anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Myth number 2. The Texas Toast cross T-shirt design is satanic.
That is not true.
Myth. That's right.
That T-shirt is our version of the famous Dogtown logo from Venice Beach, Dogtown, California, and theirs is a right side up cross that looks like it's like crossword, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So town is the vertical, and dog is the horizontal, and the O is lined up.
Yes.
Ours is Texas I forget, but the O's or the A's lined up.
Yes.
But it looks like it's an upside down cross.
Yeah, we could have made it Texas Toast, and then maybe it would have been, the right side up.
Yeah.
I don't know that when you were doing that, if you even thought about, this is an upside down cross.
No, not at all.
I didn't even really look at that as a cross kind of a thing.
In fact, if you look at the Dogtown logo and you look at our Texas Toast Cross logo, it's a blatant ripoff. Like there's all the stuff on it is absolutely a ripoff.
I would call it a loving homage.
Yes,
to the Dogtown logo.
So, Chris, there are a lot of people who say though that like we have sold our souls to the devil. I tell you what, if we did that, I made a lousy deal.
We got shortchanged on that deal. Yeah.
So have you sold your soul to the devil?
Not recently, no.
I have. I never have, and I know you haven't either.
We also goof around with we have a logo that says "Powered by Evil."
Oh, that's right.
And I think that's just a Harley thing, right?
It's a vintage hot rod sticker that is also a blatant ripoff.
Mm-hmm.
If you Google search "Powered by Evil," we might come up. If you look at some of our stuff,
eventually.
But there's old hot rod stickers that were like "Powered by Evil," genuine stolen parts and stuff like that. They were all hot rod stickers from the late 60s.
Yeah, and really the only one that applies is Powered by Coors.
Powered by Coors,
and that's only after 5.
Correct. Yeah.
So
anyway, but to everyone who thinks that Texas Toast Guitars upside down cross is satanic, or in fact that the upside down cross is satanic, you don't know your theology. I'm no theologian, but you can Google that, and it's St. Peter, I believe, was crucified upside down. I had to look this stuff up because, I had to know. A lot of people think our floor is also a sign of demonic
checkerboard,
but it's not. Look, we moved into this building, and this was the floor that there was.
The floor was here. I knew I liked it.
Yeah.
Because it looked like a giant Vans shoe.
See,
so,
it all
that's
comes
where
back
I
to
know
that
checkerboard's
skateboard
from.
stuff.
Or a finish line flag.
Lots of cool imagery in both those things.
Sure.
A lot of the things that I do were inspired by those 70s skateboard outfits. Tony Alva and Dogtown Skates or the Zephyr team. You guys have seen me in all those shirts. We started calling our Stratocaster guitar the Beefsteak. That was a skateboard that you could get in the late 70s. And I've been calling our pickups that we have wound for us Pure Juice pickups for over a decade. And if you were around in the 70s and you were into riding skateboards, you might remember Sim's Pure Juice wheels. So it's all stuff that I snatched from different industries. It has nothing to do with worshiping the devil. Okay, Chris, our final myth for today, for our inaugural episode of Myths with Chris. Does my great big, why don't I have a ground wire coming off the great big ground lug on my 3-way switch?
Because this is actually a grounding bus for the system. If you're wiring this switch, if you're bringing in your 2 pickups to this switch, it's easier to ground those 2 pickups onto this and then run a wire from here back. It's easier to do that than it is to run 2 ground wires from the pickups to the rest of the grounded stuff. This is not required to be grounded to work.
So it's not necessary
Correct.
to do, but you can do it?
You can do it if you want to, but it's not necessary. It's just like a Telecaster switch isn't always grounded, and a Strat switch is never grounded.
Yeah, I've often wondered about that. Why is that?
You just don't need it. It's not required. You can do it, but it's not required.
Okay. So any of you guys who have our Challengers, are they wired with the? So if you buy a Challenger from us, and it has a 3-way style switch, is there a great big wire going to the back of the potentiometers from there?
No, because the pickups go into the main control cavity. Each pickup has a hot wired to the correct lug, and then the ground goes to the back of the pot. All the pots are grounded to the output jack.
Yeah.
And that's all you need. There's 3 wires that go to this switch and back.
Is it safe to say that there's lots of ways to wire a guitar?
There are lots of ways, and it's not all that complicated to do. It's pretty simple electronics. There's no real. I mean, there's voltage and stuff, but there's no real. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Hot stuff going through it.
So I hope that answers your questions that you've had about some various myths that have come
we're going
into.
to hear all sorts of stuff about this.
That's good. I can hear it now. The feverish typing of hundreds of YouTube minions typing and telling us that
we're doing it wrong,
and we are in
satanic
league with that's
maybe
neither one of those is
maybe
true.
That's why it works for us.
We'll find out. But really, that is not a necessary thing. Okay. So, guys, thanks for joining us for our inaugural episode of Myths with Chris. I keep thinking that when I say that, I pause and you're going to say it, but the closest you've come is.
We'll do better on the next one.
Okay. So I'm really looking forward to this series of videos, and I hope that you guys are too. So if you like this kind of video, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do so now. It's absolutely free. If you dislike this video, make sure to hit dislike twice and really make your vote count. If you appreciate this kind of content, you might want to consider going over to our Patreon page and becoming a member, or you can sign up on YouTube too. And if you support us with even $1 a month, that goes a long way to helping us bring you guys neat stuff like this. But if you can't do that, absolutely understand. Please share the video as many places as you can think of and help us grow the channel that way. So that's going to wrap it up for this time. Chris, you got anything else?
Thanks for watching.
And if you're so smart, start your own YouTube channel. That's what we did. We'll see you guys next time for another episode of
Myths with Chris.